It's 3:14 a.m. when the encrypted handset on your nightstand vibrates, a low, rhythmic hum that cuts through the silence of your penthouse like a serrated blade. You don't fumble for it. You don't hesitate. You reach out, your thumb finding the biometric scanner in the dark, and the screen glows a dull, clinical blue. There is no caller ID. There is only a string of 12 digits that will disappear the moment you disconnect. You press the phone to your ear and listen. You don't say hello. You don't identify yourself. You wait for the voice on the other end to provide the clearance code. The voice is calm, female, and entirely synthesized. It provides a geographic coordinate and a single name. That name belongs to a man who, as of 3 hours ago, was the frontrunner for a seat on the European Central Bank board. Now, according to the voice, he is sitting in a windowless room in a boutique hotel in Zurich with a dead courier and 4 kilograms of a substance that shouldn't exist. The voice tells you that the local police are exactly 22 minutes away from receiving an anonymous tip. You hang up. The clock is already ticking, and the world's most powerful people are counting on the fact that you are faster than the truth. You are the director of Obsidian Logic, a private intelligence firm that doesn't appear on any registry. You don't have a website. You don't have an office. You operate out of the gray spaces between international law and corporate necessity. When a billionaire realizes their heir has been caught in a blackmail trap, they don't call the police. When a CEO finds out their rival has proof of industrial espionage, they call you. You're the man who makes the impossible choices so that the people who run the world can sleep at night. By 3:45 a.m., you are in the back of a black sedan, the driver weaving through the quiet streets with a precision that suggests military training. You're staring at a tablet, watching a live feed of the hotel's security perimeter. Your team is already on site. They aren't soldiers, they're ghosts. One is a former Mossad signals expert. Another is a forensic cleaner who spent a decade in Scotland Yard. And the third is a legal strategist who knows every loophole in the Swiss Penal Code. You watch as they disable the lobby cameras with a surgical digital pulse. The elevator ride to the penthouse floor feels like it takes an eternity. You check your watch. 18 minutes until the police tip goes live. You enter the suite, and the smell of ozone and expensive cologne hits you immediately. The politician is slumped in a velvet armchair, his face the color of ash. He looks at you with wide, pleading eyes, the kind of look a man gives when he realizes his entire legacy is about to evaporate. You don't offer him comfort. You don't even look at the body on the floor. You signal to your cleaner, who begins the process of removing any trace that the courier was ever in the room. Meanwhile, you sit across from the most powerful banker in the region and open your briefcase. You place a non-disclosure agreement on the table, followed by a tablet displaying a transfer of $30 million to an offshore account in the Cayman Islands. This is the cost of your silence. This is the cost of his life. He signs it with shaking hands, and you immediately begin the counter-operation. The anonymous tip the police are about to receive isn't going to lead them here. Your signals expert is currently rerouting that call to a warehouse 5 miles away where a rival political faction is hosting an illegal gambling ring. By the time the police realize they've been sent to the wrong location, the hotel suite will be spotless. The banker will be tucked in a bed at his private estate, and the body will be at the bottom of a lake that doesn't appear on most maps. As you leave the hotel, the sun begins to bleed over the horizon. You feel the familiar surge of adrenaline fading, replaced by a cold, calculating weight. You just saved a man who is likely a monster, and you did it for a paycheck that could buy a small country. This is the system you built. You realize that you no longer just manage the secrets of the elite. You own them. Every time you fix a problem, you gain a tether to a person who can change the course of history. By noon, you are back in your office, reviewing the quarterly earnings of a tech conglomerate that wants to hire you to audit their board of directors. You know what that means. They want you to find the dirt before someone else does. You look at your hands and notice they are perfectly steady. The moral conflict that used to keep you up at night has been replaced by a clinical understanding of leverage. You are the architect of a hidden reality, the one that sits beneath the headlines and the press releases. The phone on your desk rings. This time, it's not the encrypted handset. It's your daughter calling from her boarding school in Switzerland. She wants to know if you're coming to her graduation next month. You look at the map on your screen, dotted with the locations of your active fixers across 3 continents. You tell her you wouldn't miss it for the world, but as you hang up, you see a red alert flash on your monitor. A high-ranking official in the Ministry of Defense has just gone dark in Singapore. You realize the graduation is a ghost of a life you no longer lead. You belong to the system now. You are the glue holding the fragile egos of the world's most powerful people together, and if you stop for even a second, the whole structure collapses. You call your pilot and tell him to prep the jet for a 4 p.m. departure. The secret world is screaming, and you are the only one who knows how to make it go quiet again. The cycle repeats, and as the jet climbs into the clouds, you understand that you aren't just running a firm anymore. You are the firm, and the firm never closes its eyes.